Okay guys, so the name of our project is PapEco, PASB Paper Project. I'm Maria Laura.
I'm Bernardo Sartre.
I'm Camila Rocha.
I'm Leandro Lucas.
Cecilia Mesquita.
Brisa Lu.
And we are PapEco. Okay, when we were deciding which problem to tackle for our Jade Initiative group, we considered something that had multiple facets, something which impacted the entire school community, something with a very detrimental effect on the environment, something that was solvable and feasible and that would produce concrete results for us. So we settled with paper.
So, paper, once again, kind of overrated, but not really, because if people are still talking about it, it's because it's still a main issue that has to be solved, because talking is not taking actions. So, for those of you guys who don't know, because I didn't know either, 400% of paper consumption, paper consumption increased 400% in the past 40 years. So, I'm not 40 years old, but I'm 16, and in my life, I have helped to increase this, which is terrible, and I'm sure all of you have also participated. And this number is not just a random number that I'm informing you, it's a number that we have all created. And then 35% of the harvest trees are used for paper manufacturing, which is a lot if you think of everything else that's made of wood. And then paper accounts for 25% of worldwide landfill waste, which is also a lot, 25%.
So among all of the manufacturing industries, the paper industry is the fourth largest contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, which damage the atmosphere. And out of all the carbon that is produced, 9% of it comes from the paper mills and paper production. It has been estimated that by 2020, if this rate keeps on going, paper mills will produce almost 500 million tons of paper and paperboard per year.
Okay. In the United States, if we could cut the office paper by 10%, we could prevent the emission of 1.6 million tons of greenhouse gases. So that's a lot. And that would be equivalent to taking 280,000 cars off the road. That's also a huge number to say. The paper waste accounts for the 40%, approximately the 40% of the total waste of the world. So if you think that's a lot, that's almost the half of it.
Okay, so not only the final products of paper production are damage the environment, also the process to do it. Because the bleaching of wood using chloride, it releases into the environment and it damages because of the large amounts of chlorine toxins, which are recognized as persistent environmental pollutants, and they also have a large toxic for humans and other organisms.
Yeah,
and deforestation is one of the leading causes of deforestation.
Since we're not done with the problems yet, it's important to mention that both nitrogen, sulfur, and carbon dioxide are emitted during the manufacture of paper. And the nitrogen and sulfur, they contributed to acid rain, while the carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. These chemicals are released during the product of the paper, contaminates rivers, and can spread illness. Plus, it can causes the climate changes that we're facing today in the environment.
Okay, so then we discovered that in our school, we use 150,000 sheets of paper monthly. And this contributes to all the negative effects that we have seen so far, to acid rain, to cancer that is caused by chemicals in our atmosphere. So it's such a huge problem that we just simply had to tackle it. And also, this amount, it's equivalent to about 18 trees monthly. So our school, which is just a tiny school of 700 people, is contributing to 18 trees being cut down monthly, and we just thought that was an absurd amount. So we wanted to do something to tackle that.
And this picture actually we took this picture in our school when the papers arrived. So you can see the amount of boxes of paper that arrives in our school to use per month. So our question was, how can one improve a school's policy towards paper?
So now,
That the problem of paper is a little bit in perspective, we're going to show you how we tackled this issue. And in order to achieve our goal, we had to divide our group in different kind of stations in order to achieve our final goal. So we have 3 stations. First one over here, field day and awareness, why you recycled paper over here, and how you can recycle, which is some origami things over there. So we would like, if you please could divide yourself in 3 stations, and then we're just going to rotate.
yeah, we're going to rotate.
So you guys all understand this.
You're going to see all the stations.
I don't know if I'm the only one who noticed, but this gym kind of has a motto like it's our world, our earth. We're all in this together. Apparently, everybody keeps repeating that because it's really essential. Like in our school, I'm sure that everybody here, well, all of you here are taking actions. But back in our school, people are thinking, they're not just like, oh, we don't care about paper. They care, they just don't take actions. So since we were the first ones to take actions, they followed our lead because they were also thinking about it. So it's important to think, but also to take action. That's why we made everybody aware that we were taking action so they could follow us and support us. And also the administration. As I also perceived during all the videos, we all had problems with our school administration because, of course, it's a lot of bureaucracy. You can't just change your school like, let's change the paper, that's not how it works. And rules are good, we have to follow them. So we can still change things with rules. So Bernardo was very good at that. He's very diplomatic, and he was able to talk it out with our school. So we were able to apply the rules, kind of change them, be lenient into what we wanted for our school. And then we're still going to go on with digital submissions because some teachers are still not doing them. Starting to, which is okay because, they've been teaching their whole life, correcting papers on hand, and it's kind of hard to be technological all of a sudden. But all of our school have projectors, and all of our classes are mostly projected, and we don't get that much paper. But we want them to start asking paper, to stop using paper and submit things in from internet.
And also the printing quotas, which is, I talked to all of you guys, to make it a rule for, to be like, you can only print 100 sheets per semester. And that would significantly reduce, because some people don't even use the printers, but there are people who use the printers like crazy. For everything. And they would be not only for students, but also for teachers, because there are some teachers who print stacks and stacks of paper each.
So this project doesn't end here, it doesn't end today. We will continue doing this in our school, and we would like to invite you to do this in your school.
Okay. So 5 steps on how you can take this to your school. First step, research how much paper your school uses monthly. That should be really easy. You should just need to walk into the administration building and search for how many boxes of paper the school buys per month. Then you should research local companies which sell recycled paper. For this was one of the most challenging parts of our project because we couldn't find the adequate type of paper the school used. But maybe that's not going to be a problem for you guys, and you'll find plenty of sources.
And if it is, it's hard but not impossible, so you guys should really
Yes, I was the one that did this, search the companies and send them emails, and then they didn't return, and no, I'm going to send another email. You have to be persistent to your objective, that is change.
And then you should get price estimates from these companies. With those, you can propose the change to your school using the price estimates. And when you're in the process of changing your school to recycled paper, you should conduct an awareness campaign. It shouldn't be something that's done unilaterally by just a group of students. It should be something that's collaborating and that's integrating the entire school community. So these are the 5 steps, and we encourage you guys to take these to your school and help our projects live on.
Okay, so we still have, I think, 4 minutes for questions if you guys have any.
Or comments.
Or comment suggestions.
Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions or if you guys have any ideas, new ideas in order to implement.
I like that part.
Well, since you guys have no questions, just...
No, we have a suggestion in high school. We have the limit for printing papers, and it's a problem called paper cuts. And you can just put the pages. We don't have 40 pages per month, but we definitely use about 10 pages because there's limits.
That's really good. And how do you control, like, how do people know how?
So when you log in the the school laptop, it will appear paper cuts.
It's a pop-up.
Yes.
So it shows on your screen.
And when you go in, it will appear like if you use and then 35 and then.
So it's like a program you download to the computer?
Yeah.
From the tech.
Okay,
Then some tools
Yeah,
that
they
she knows about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very good. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Something that's related to that is that in our school we have like school computers and then you log in like with your username and password. So maybe there could be some sort of integration like per username you have only like 45.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, that's
As soon as you log in, you just get the number.
Where are you guys from?
Rio. And when you use your computer, if you want to print using the school print, you can go to the website of the school and there will be like paper cut, and then you just log in inside the website.
Wow. That's great.
You guys should,
Yeah, or should apply that.
Or someone responsible like the tech or
yeah,
Or
or
the
IT,
the IT, so it's good that you touched about IT because she's
Sure,
really
it's
open.
amazing. Yeah, it's really effective. Of course, teachers have a larger quota, but it's very useful. Because sometimes, we notice that most of the students, they would just print their copies and they leave it there. And then we're able to also know who did that
You
printing.
can comment.
They have a control, but where we have no, it has reduced work.
Yes.
So put your paper.
Yeah, Moodle. Moodle.
And what?
Moodle.
We use something similar. It's called Edmodo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we use Edmodo. It's similar.
And we
Yeah,
use
but not all of the teachers
sometimes we use the other one. What's the name?
because
Trinity.
most teachers do.
Yeah. We use all of them. We use Edmodo.
Yeah. But Edmodo is good as well because then each teacher kind of has like a site and they put homework.
It seems like Facebook.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's like Facebook, just like Facebook.
Facebook.
Exactly. Facebook and Facebook.
Super fun.
okay.
Thank you guys for coming.
If there's no more comments or questions,
You're free to go.
I would just like to thank you for coming.